It's over for Conor McGregor. Anyways, here's a full card breakdown of UFC 329. The timestamps for the prelims and the main card. Also, heads up, I only watched the prelims through the main card because I didn't have enough time to watch the early prelims. So yeah, starting off the prelims, Luke Riley gets a first round knockout, which was pretty crazy in my opinion. I can't give really much commentary on this fight because I didn't really watch any of it and it was pretty fast. Moving on, Adrian Yanez knocks out Cody Garbrandt. It's still very interesting how he beat Dominic Cruz. He pretty much just traded his soul for that fight. Overall, this was a really great fight. I still do think Cody Garbrandt should retire, but if he continues the fight, I believe you should just feed him to another prospect because Adrian Yanez is going to be on the come up again. This next fight really surprised me. Gable Stevenson versus Elisha Ellison. I did not think Gable Stevenson was going to win out there. Well, I kind of did, but I was having my doubts because it was a new promotion, but I genuinely thought he would have had some flaws, but I was surprised. He had some nice kicks, a bit of oblique kicks. It was really interesting to watch, and he did try to incorporate some of the wrestling, which makes sense. I don't know what the future has in store for Gable Stevenson. If you give him like another unranked fight and then give him a ranked contender, he would be a great contender. I don't know about champion yet because this is his first UFC fight, so we can't jump to conclusions, but it would be very interesting. But still, it was a spectacular knockout and he dominated. The last fight on the prelims is Robert Whittaker versus Nikita Krylov. I don't know if you can tell from my profile picture, I do love Robert Whittaker and I thought it was very disrespectful to put him on the prelims, but that doesn't really matter anymore. I'm pretty happy he got the knockout. He broke Nikita's jaw, which is pretty ironic because Khamzat Chimaev broke his jaw. It's like a weird coincidence, but still, really great fight. The first round did concern me because it was because of Nikita Krylov's takedowns and his striking. And my final thoughts, his jabs were pretty nice, and I do believe that Nikita Krylov should retire because he's kind of washed now. And for Robert Whittaker, I believe that he should have fought like Khalil or someone else, but I am confident in him in light heavyweight a little bit. Only downside is he's pretty short compared to them, but I'm not too sure what kind of opponent he deserves, but I feel like it should be like top 8 or like maybe top 5 because he's still new to the division. And that concludes the prelims. The main card starts with King Green and Terrence McKinney. I genuinely did bet on Terrence McKinney, and for the majority of the fight, Terrence McKinney was dominating him, which I wasn't surprised, but what really surprised me was Bobby Green's TKO at the last second. His face was all bloodied up, he couldn't see. Out of nowhere, like last 10 seconds, Terrence McKinney falls over from a liver shot. I think it was a teep into a liver punch or a liver shot. I'm not really too sure. I couldn't really see it that well. I tried to replay it on like clips and everything. I'm not too sure how, but he fell over and within 10 seconds gets the TKO. This next fight by far was my favorite fight of the night. It was 100% fight of the night and it could be fight of the year. Maybe fight of the year because Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett was a really good fight too. Royval versus Kavanagh included so much. It had grappling, had striking, it just had tons of intense moments, everything you would want in a fight. And Royval is just like really good at doing this. He did it with the Van fight and Van's the champ now. So dude, it's like a talent he has. It's amazing how he can make fights really dirty and just make them really entertaining. One thing I do have to say, he did get knocked down, but he came back from it and completely dominated Kavanagh, especially in the grappling. But Kavanagh did wobble him a ton. So did Royval, but Kavanagh's striking is really good. I don't know how to really describe it, but the way he strikes, and yeah, this sounds like glaze because I did bet on him. I do believe he will become a future champion. And for the third round, Royval gets the submission. This is a really great fight. I enjoyed it. And moving on to the next one. Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. This was a rematch after 7 years. I did bet on Mario Batista by decision, and I did get that correct, thankfully. This was a really good fight, but during the first round, Corey Sandhagen kind of tears his leg or tears his ACL. I don't remember, but it was some kind of leg injury. And dude, Mario Batista, at the time, he took advantage of it. His grappling was very nice. He did have that win over Vinicius Oliveira, and he almost beat Umar Nurmagomedov. So this is just a really impressive win by Mario Batista, and I'm glad he could get the revenge he's been wanting. It's still crazy to think about how many people hated Mario Batista, including me, after the Jose Aldo fight, and it just shows you people can have like bad moments, bad fights especially, but Mario Batista genuinely has the tools to become a champion. I'm not too sure if he beats Merab or Peter Yan. Also, Mario Batista in the third round was insane. This dude was manhandling Corey Sandhagen. Okay, so this next fight really surprised me. Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint Denis. I still to this day don't know what Benoit Saint Denis was doing. Shooting a takedown on a black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dude, which is like insanely stupid. I do get that Benoit might have some good grappling, but it's not as good as like a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He should have just stayed with the striking because he's really good at it, but he didn't do that. He just dives for a takedown and gets submitted in 52 seconds. That's just really crazy in my opinion. Paddy Pimblett, I'm sorry for ever doubting you. I don't think he'd beat Ilya or Justin again. But dude, Paddy might be the real deal because that was an amazing counter by Paddy. Thing is, I'm just so surprised by this fight. I don't know who Paddy should fight next. Maybe Ilya Topuria because he's injured for like another 6 months, 6 weeks. We don't know though. Now on to the main event, which is the reason why I made this video. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Before this main event, the card was looking insanely good. It could have been like a perfect card. It's been all finishes besides the Corey Sandhagen versus Bautista fight, but that was really competitive too. But dude, no. This main event pretty much ruined the card. It didn't ruin the entire card. I still believe the card was amazing, but the main event just takes down some points from it. So to summarize what happened, Conor McGregor flies up in the air, tries to hit this very unique kick, but then he falls over and breaks his right ACL or right knee. It reminded me a lot of like Oldberg, but at least Oldberg could like make a comeback. Conor, as soon as he hit the ground, as soon as he went to the ground, he couldn't really do much and the ref just calls it off. It just really surprised me because people have been waiting months, including me, for this main event. And just to end up in a disappointment, I think I would rate this card a 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10. But if the main event was pretty good or it ended up in a finish, I think it could have been like a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10. This was a really great card either way, but I'm not too sure. The main event, I can't stop thinking about it, and it just made a lot of people angry and sad just because like they're confused on what's going on. I don't know, but that's pretty much the end of the video. Make sure to subscribe. Please give the video a like. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later.